shit presents until Lucy and Anthony got him a fucking iPhone. I was like, oh, at least they're not there. Thank God.
Yeah, come on.
Holy shit, he's just getting like chocolate and stuff. I was like, oh, that's sad.
Ready, Rip?
Yeah, good enough again. This is it.
Yes, so it's the opening credits. And we've got a journal down here. So. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Did she eat her dinner?
No. She has not touched it.
What does that book mean?
Looks like it was bigger than the chocolate.
No, oh there we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow. Oops. Okay, so R1 does that.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
The letters are strewn across the floor.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Ooh,
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Should I go down? Right.
We should always go down then. Henry, what does the present feel like before you open it? Well, it's kind of a little floppy and hard at the top. Okay, just open the present. Poor kid. I didn't realise that was going to be the case.
Okay. So there's nothing really down here. Should probably just follow the road. Just follow the road.
Okay.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Oh.
Oh dear.
It's a deer. Oh dear.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Your hands are cold.
Sorry.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
There's the blankie. The blankie's on there. It's up there. Yeah, trouble mic. Blankie's not up in iron. Your nails all dirty. Sorry, this isn't what I wanted. The other blanket's not there either. Oh no! He's like, where's that other blanket?
I don't know.
I'll stuff it on the other shit. It's on the kitchen. This is brilliant. Yes.
This way.
Yeah. Don't want to get next to you. See you now, though. Yes. Blankie's back. Guess who's back? Back again. Blankie's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back?
That's exactly it. That's how I remember it.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Do you want salami and how much is salami?
Neither. You can save them for Thursday.
Oh, just pizza.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Afraid of the house.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
It round at you then. There we go. Settle down.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Now he's got that new phone, it's easier to get the old phone off him because he won't need it. I mean, like.
Yeah, we should have taken it before we left.
Yeah. Mm.
It's climbing in through the cat flap.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Doggy door. Work tomorrow, so yeah. I hate working.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Power's been
The
turned.
night who left?
We.
Like we left? I don't remember going there.
No.
For the first time in years,
Should I ask if they can give us multi-seed bread next week?
If you want.
Oh, bless him. You can try to message them because they message you anyway when the order's coming in. It's just a normal mobile number.
First time in years.
I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Did you hear him last night? Came over to you as well.
Yeah.
Had to get under the covers with me in the end. I had to cuddle him. And I was stroking his face and everything. Whenever I stopped, he was like, well, it is somewhere. I was like, fine. That happened about 3 times before I was like, oh, I'm just trying to sleep. I keep stroking you at like 3 in the morning.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Mm.
Yeah.
Barbara.
Barbara.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Build a house for her.
What should I do? Should I try the key in that door? Or?
Yeah.
Mom always told me to
So
stay
wait,
out of the
there.
basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
You should just try in any door just in case. That looks like it will open anyway, right? That's it. Sealed, pretty shut.
Yeah, it's extra sealed.
Very sealed. It's got masking tape and everything.
Where's that?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
What's that?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Oh. Did he die?
Seems like she's got 2 dead brothers.
2?
Milton and...
Well, that's much worse than just one.
Yeah. Go upstairs then.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Ah, so she licked through peepholes.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Ah. Now it is going to be a secret passage.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Eat the gerbil.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh,
Yeah, there's shit in there.
good.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I was never sent to bed without food. It was more than they were trying to make me eat food. I always wanted to play and didn't want to eat the dinner. I was like such a skinny thing when I was little. So light. Don't used
I
to
kept
throw
eating
me
and
about.
eating.
I'm seeing toothpaste now.
That's really bad for you.
What I do.
Bleach next, is it?
I ate a lot of things that night.
Ugh. That's poisonous. kid. Get right into it, it's not even real.
Is it Hastbury Road or Hastbury Avenue? Okay.
Literally come out the oven, so it's very hot.
Very hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so starving
Then
child.
I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Oh,
Suddenly I was a cat. What?
that's all.
You like that on your shorts. You need to have like trousers with a little bit of a thing here for wiping you.
Oh, I'm jumping across the
I tried to be
trees.
quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Is that you, Riley?
Mom and Dad didn't even look
Is
at
that
me.
really weird? Look at him. Such strange thing.
I jumped, but I almost got her.
That's a picture.
Do I get out? Where's the bird? Oh. There we go.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up,
Oh, you're the cat.
Yeah.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Put them in the blanket already. You don't really lie like that, does it?
Rabbits.
I think Sean was a bit upset we were leaving. He's like, oh, we're going to have the fire out later. It's Sunday.
It's Sunday, alright, come on.
Well, if they did it on a Friday or Saturday, we'd go away for probably a bit of fun,
Imagine
wouldn't
his
we?
face
Yeah.
lifting up and see mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Is this just a kid? I'm imagining that it's eating stuff.
I don't know.
A mama rabbit.
Oh no.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
What's the
Suddenly,
time?
I was a shark.
That's so free.
Oh. The shark. I'm just getting the water.
Okay.
Well, you're going to die now.
Oops.
Okay, now this way.
It's kid's imagination.
Needs to get in the water quick. There we go.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Fucking eat loads. Really bitch.
juicy seals.
Oops.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Where am I supposed to go?
There's a bit of brick back there.
Oops. Yeah.
Oh.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
There's a snake there.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
She was belly with a rusty razor. What was on?
Literally do the drunken sailor.
Dirty in
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
God, this thing is never ending. Normally, one meal every 6 months. Fine.
I slithered onto the sand,
Okay.
and the good smell went into an old
5
pipe.
meals in 10 minutes. Gonna get indigestion this one. What do you think it'll turn into next?
Oh,
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And since I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
So that's her story.
Mm.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse
Where is that
behind.
here?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in a new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Yes, that's it.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
That's horrible. Carpet in the bathroom. I just don't get why people have that.
Interesting.
We have carpet in the bathroom when we moved in.
There's a secret in this.
Straight to go.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Okay.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Where is it then?
Yeah, this is.
Still in his hand because he never puts it down.
Yeah. He's been developing the pictures here.
Any creepy kids?
No.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam, Calvin, dinner's ready.
Coming!
Try to get off.
Just jumping now.
Can't get off.
Said there was swing forever. Come on, dinner's ready.
I know.
Don't want to miss that. It's getting cold.
Almost Gomez. Hello. What's happening?
It's stuck.
I can't get off this thing.
Obviously pressing all the wrong buttons.
Can you give it a go?
Yeah.
So the left one controls your left leg and the right one controls your right leg.
Whee! You put your left leg in, your left leg out. In, out, in, out.
That's your right leg.
Oh, yeah. Whee! Oh,
Good.
I don't want to swing around all day. Can't turn around, look around.
Maybe just keep swinging.
Maybe we have to jump off. Right? Maybe.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
What's he gonna do? Kill himself?
Looks that way.
Yes! Come on! Jump! How'd you jump?
You just gotta keep going. Swinging.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Go around what?
The swing.
Ah, yeah, I always want to do that. It's not impossible.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
God!
then maybe he'd still
God!
be here. But I doubt it.
Yeah, no.
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Woo!
Yeah.
God! Yeah!
Done it! Go all the way around.
The day he made up his mind.
Oh.
And he did.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Good job.
I know how
Calvin's
it's done.
story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Bake the next time you want.
Edie roped off
Maybe I will.
Calvin's half of the room.
Maybe you won't.
Maybe I will.
I want bacon and mushroom though. You're gonna get me some mushrooms.
Sure I am.
Interesting.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Small hands and bellies.
Which one should I go in? This one.
Yeah. The wine cellar. Alright, records and stuff in there. It's cool.
Mm.
No, it's library.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Yeah. We've already been in that room. I guess let's go back in there. Wines.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
You're done?
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
That's the music box from earlier.
Oh, yeah.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Got me interacting with the comic book now.
Huh.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Impaled. Ate his family.
This is the
What?
this is the thing that you haven't been watching it, Six. But
I literally was watching it up till 5 minutes ago.
yeah, you missed out on a bit.
No.
It said a gang of people have been going around breaking into people's houses, and then there was a noise from the basement, and then just got downstairs, and the radio said the gang's leader is this guy.
I'm gonna go watch my big upstairs.
Yes, okay.
9 day.
Yeah. Just place it
Oh dear. Oh, it's someone up there.
there. That's the boyfriend.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not
Yeah,
scared.
it's only up 7
I'm furious.
Then act furious.
Difficult.
All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
Okay.
She threw him out.
Okay.
Let's wait until the end of this.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
What's your name?
Later,
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Wondering why you're not full. It's a roller skate.
Is it?
Get it with your crutch.
Right.
Walter, are you there? Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Oh, I can watch the end of it. That'll make me sleepy by then.
You usually
I'm
are.
sleepy now.
Molly door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Yes, mate. Oh, wow, there's the button you need to do stuff with. Turn around.
I'm gonna hit that skeleton. Oh.
It's just on the floor there, so right. On the floor to the right. He was there.
Hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Somebody out the door. Quick. Quick.
That's quite slow.
At the door, she heard whispers. It was coming from inside the house.
Behind you.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That is one word you can use.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Well, I feel like that.